So people say that Arnold Classic 2023 Big Ramy was as good or even better than in 2020 when he first won the Mr. Olympia title. Let's not forget that the 2020 Mr. Olympia physique of Big Ramy is arguably his best shape of all time, so we're discussing if this weekend's 2023 Arnold Classic physique of Ramy could be considered his all-time best after all. Front double biceps, what stands out? The first thing I'm noticing is the size of his quads in 2023, they're huge. I guess Chris Aceto was right that his quads went from 40 inches to 70. On a serious note now, those quads look more than suspicious, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that there's nothing else but muscle there. They're still too big. Even so, I mean, he was already bottom heavy in 2020, having even bigger quads now does not help him in my opinion. Another thing that stands out is the arms and particularly his left arm, which looks drastically downsized since 2020. So as for this first pose, I disagree, Ramy does not look better than in 2020. Front lat spread, his chest looks more flat at the Arnold and his lats are smaller, pretty obvious for me. His 2020 version looks more polished too. His obliques can be seen in this pose back then, visibly noticeable, which now in 2023 look more washed out. This is not even a hard choice for me, his 2020 physique wins the front lat spread too, hands down. Next is the side chest pose, one if not Ramy's strongest pose overall. What I can see here is that in 2020 he's got bigger arms, bigger chest, better separated lower body. It's not even a debate which version is superior. His 2020 physique is very underrated. I consider this showing of Ramy one of the best 10 physiques in modern bodybuilding history, while the other one is a 4th place finisher at the Arnold Classic 2023. In the back double biceps, his downsized arms in 2023 are obvious once again. Also his lower lats, which were already atrophied in 2020, look even worse in 2023. Downstairs, we can notice that his conditioning was far superior in 2020, showing by the details through the glutes and hamstrings. Not even close, guys, not even close. Back lat spread, and well, we could argue that his traps look better now in this pose. In 2023, I give him that. Now, this pose is not so obvious a 2020 win. You can even argue that the 2023 version is better because of the traps I just mentioned, but taking all into consideration, and especially conditioning, I don't see how giving this pose to the Arnold version is not a huge stretch. I would go with his 2020 Olympia physique here as well. But it's not as obvious as the previous poses, it's true. We do not have a side triceps or an abs and thighs pose in these routines, however we can see in other poses like the side chest for example that his triceps is gone now, so we know which version would win the side tri. Also, by the way his abs look in his most muscular shots, it's obvious that his abs are more washed out now in 2023, and considering how suspicious his quads look too, there's no way in arguing which version would win the abs and thighs, in my opinion. In the most muscular pose, his downsized arms and chest become obvious again, his bigger quads make it even worse for the overall flow of the pose, so yet again, the 2020 physique reigns supreme. Now, it's true that this Arnold version of Ramy is much improved since the 2022 Olympia. It's nowhere near as good as his 2020 version though, where at least in my opinion Big Ramy was at his best in his entire career. What do you guys think about this video? What about you who thought this Arnold version of Ramy was better than his 2020 physique? Do you still believe so? I would be curious of your arguments if so. Let me know everything in the comment section below. Also make sure you like the video and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time, guys.